Hi everyone, and welcome to St Mary's College. My name's Mr Atherton, and I'll be teaching students who want to study A-level English language. I've been teaching English for over 20 years, and I've been at St Mary's for the last 10 years, and I love it. I love teaching English, I love St Mary's, and I hope you'll like the college too. There's audio on all the slides, so once you've listened to what I've said, just click onto the next slide. So, let's begin our short online lesson, because you've got 2 tasks to complete. The first task is all about something I saw in an episode of The Simpsons, and it was all about the importance of punctuation. Punctuation helps us to create meaning in a text. It helps us to shape sentences, and without it, we can get confused. And this is what happens to Homer, even though it's not really his fault. In the second task, I'm hoping you'll learn something brand new about the most common words that we use, nouns. We're going to look at the different types of nouns. So let's start with Homer. In this episode that I was watching, he was after some information and he went into an office where he saw a man behind a desk. On the desk there was a sign, and on it were these words. It says, free advice, no payment necessary. Homer's loving it. So he sits down and the man speaks to him for a few minutes. At the end, Homer gets up and he thanks the man. The man says, that'll be $10. Don't! Homer can't believe it, and he points at the sign that says, free advice, no payment necessary. The man looks at his sign, picks up a pen, and with only 2 punctuation marks, he completely changes the meaning of it. So for this task, I want you to time yourself. You've only got 30 seconds, so you've got to think on your feet. I want you to use only 2 of the 6 punctuation marks below to change the meaning of the sign. And if you can do this, this will show you the importance of punctuation in English. So you've got a full stop, a comma, an exclamation mark, a semicolon, a colon, and a question mark. So give yourself 30 seconds and see if you can change the entire meaning of this sign, starting from now. Did you get it? Well, if you did, you would have used the question mark and the exclamation mark. Go to the next slide to see the answer. So check out the punctuation that's been added to this slide, and you'll see that it changes the meaning. It also changes the way you would read it because your intonation would be different. So the two punctuation marks not only completely change the meaning of the sign, but it changes how we would say it. So when Homer read the sign the first time without any punctuation, he might have read it like this: free advice, no payment necessary. But once the punctuation is added, everything's altered. So it now reads, free advice, no payment necessary. So Homer finds himself duped because of the punctuation. So that's our first task done, and something for you to think about regarding the importance of punctuation. We're now going to focus on language itself, and in particular nouns. A noun just means name. Now I'm confident you'll all know something about nouns, but maybe not everything. For example, do you know what an abstract noun is? Well, this presentation is going to recap on 4 types of nouns: concrete nouns, abstract nouns, collective nouns, and proper nouns. Then at the end, there'll be a task to complete and an opportunity for you to show your understanding. So, let's go. When we're talking about nouns, more often than not, we're talking about concrete nouns. This is because concrete nouns make up everything we can see around us. An easy way of remembering what concrete nouns are is to just stop what you're doing and look around the room that you're in. Everything you can see is a concrete noun because everything you can see has a name. Now, I spend a lot of time in a classroom as a teacher, so if you look at the picture on the left at the top, I'm going to list anything I can see because these will all be concrete nouns. So we've got a table, poster, book, paper, shirt, hair, chin, nose, wall, and I could go on and on. So let's think about where you're sitting now. You could do the same thing. Let's say it's a posh sitting room, like the one in the picture at the bottom. You can look around and do the same thing because anything that you can see will be a concrete noun. So in this picture, we've got a sofa, cushion, carpet, curtains, lamp, window. Anything I can see will be a concrete noun. So, to recap on concrete nouns, last year in class I asked students to look around them and I gave them 30 seconds to write down as many concrete nouns as they could see. And here is their list. Remember, a noun is just the name we give to something. We've just looked at concrete nouns, and these are names of things that we can see and touch. But there are other things that we give names to that we can't see or touch, and these are called abstract nouns. abstract nouns. These are the names of feelings, ideas, concepts, like love, happiness, equality, trust. These are abstract nouns because, unlike concrete nouns, we cannot see or touch them. They are not concrete. We can see and touch concrete nouns like a door, a shoe, a table, a pen, an arm, and we could, if asked, draw them on the whiteboard. However, we cannot draw a picture of trust or equality or happiness. This is because they are ideas and feelings. Collective nouns are the names that we give to a group of people, a group of objects, or a group of animals. At the side, I've listed some of the collective nouns for animals. Some of them you will already know, like a pack of wolves or a swarm of bees, but there might be some here that are new to you. For example, a bevy of swans. Sometimes we might not realise that we're using collective nouns in everyday speech. For example, we might talk about a bouquet of flowers, or a wad of notes, or a bunch of keys. And it's easy to forget that bouquet, wad, and bunch are all collective nouns. Proper nouns. These tell us the specific name of something, like the name of a specific place, like Blackburn, London, St Mary's College. Or it could be the name of a specific person, like Mr Atherton or Mo Salah. But a proper noun might also be the specific name of something that's not a person or a place, like Talk Mobile, or Mars Bar, or Hollyoaks, or Adidas. You can usually spot a proper noun because it will usually begin with a capital letter. Here's another list of proper nouns. They're all the names of something specific. Okay, so just before we do the task, let's just have a quick recap. We've looked at 4 different types of nouns. We've looked at concrete nouns, which are things we can see and touch, like books, like a chair. We've looked at abstract nouns, which are things that we can't see and touch. Abstract nouns are ideas and feelings, like happiness, equality. We've looked at collective nouns. These are names we give to groups of people or animals or things, like a committee or a team. And finally, we looked at proper nouns, which were the names that we give to specific people or places or anything else that is specific, like Adidas or a place like Nottingham. So for this task, you're going to need a sheet of paper and a pen. On your sheet of paper, make 4 headings like you can see on this slide. So along the top, write concrete noun, abstract noun, collective noun, and proper noun. Now you can see on the left-hand side that there's a number of nouns. Your task is to put them in the right column on your sheet. So we can do the first one together. The first noun is table. If you think this is an idea or a feeling, then put it under the heading abstract noun. If you think it's the name of a group of people or group of animals or group of things, then it's a collective noun. If, however, you think it's a concrete noun, then put it under that heading and you'll be correct. This is probably a 10-minute task, so take your time to finish. The answers are all on the next slide, so don't move on until you've finished this task. Okay, good luck. Thank you for listening and having a go at the 2 tasks. And I hope that you find this presentation useful and that you get a flavour of how we would explore and learn all new terminology and word classes. So thanks again, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.